Hello everyone, it's your girl Hannah with Hannah Joy TV, and as many of you know, I got COVID-19 in the beginning of July and had an interesting journey with the virus. I first want to just say thank you to each of you who reached out to send kind messages, to send me your prayers and your love. I felt it, I received it, and I want to send my love right back to you all. Thankfully, I am negative now. I got over that hump. I did experience some really severe symptoms, unfortunately, but we overcome and we're here and we're going to continue to push forward. Many of you reached out asking about what symptoms I had as well as what treatments, and so I hope this video will help answer those questions and also just let you in on the journey. I do want everyone to know that is watching this, every single journey is going to look different. Just because I have these COVID symptoms does not mean you're going to have the exact same COVID symptoms. You could be asymptomatic. So really understand that every single person may experience different symptoms. You may experience all of the same symptoms, none of the same symptoms. It just depends on your situation. I can't really pinpoint exactly where I got coronavirus. I know I had been out in the streets protesting for 33 straight days. I'd been making runs to grocery stores. I'd been around a few people. So it's really hard to pinpoint exactly where I got it. But it's also important to note that anytime you leave your house, you run the risk of getting it. Once I started feeling these strong symptoms, I went and got tested, and I made sure to start isolating myself from the day I got tested because I knew something was off, and in case I had it, I didn't really want to risk anything. Of course, several days later, the test results came back positive. So let's start with the symptoms. As you all know, symptoms range from mild to severe, and it can be rough. The worst symptom I had, let's start there, was difficulty breathing. You hear that a lot, difficulty breathing, shortness of breath. I used to hear that a lot too, and I didn't quite understand what that looked like until I started experiencing it. And again, this looks different for different people. For me, I wasn't able to breathe in the middle of the night. For about 3 or 4 nights, I would wake up in the middle of the night, gasping for air, literally gasping for air, unable to find it. It's almost like I'm searching for air and I can't even find it, and it's right in front of me. So that was really scary. You know, I'm not gonna lie, it was definitely frightening not being able to breathe when, you know, I've never had this issue in my life. Another really bad symptom I had was these headaches. You know, people talk about the headaches and the migraines. It was so bad to the point where you don't even want to get up because it's just boom, boom, boom. It's just like banging so hard. And then I started feeling dizzy. I really, really felt dizzy, like to the point where I would have to sit down because I just was feeling so dizzy. And I was also feeling very nauseous. Like whenever I would even try and brush my teeth, I felt like throwing up. I lost my appetite. I really didn't want to eat anything. And I lost a few pounds in the process. This might be TMI, but I also had 2 days of diarrhea. I'm just letting you all know because I'm being transparent about the symptoms I had. And that was interesting. Some of the more mild symptoms I had a runny nose, I had a cough that wouldn't go away. And again, I had chest pain as well because I probably was coughing so much. One of the oddest symptoms was I lost my taste and my smell. And I remember it happened as I was eating a chicken sandwich. Like I took a bite of the sandwich, I could taste the first bite, and by the end of the chicken sandwich, I could no longer taste that sandwich. It was the weirdest thing to me, and I'm just like, okay, I definitely have COVID-19. Thankfully now though, I'm feeling a lot more like myself. I pretty much feel like I'm at 100% right now, and I'm thankful. I did have some lingering symptoms almost a month after. I was still experiencing really bad headaches, dizziness, and my eyes were doing a couple weird things. It was strange, but now I feel a lot more like myself, and I'm so thankful that those moments are behind me, and I'm praying for anyone else who's going through this process, and I want you to know you are not alone. So next, let's talk about some of the treatments, different things that we did at home that really, really helped me. To be clear, there is no cure for COVID-19. These are just some of the recommendations I used while I had coronavirus. The number one thing is rest. Rest, rest, rest. You need to rest. Your body will not recover properly if you're not getting rest. And if you're like me, that might be, you know, a little hard because I'm moving. I'm always moving. So you definitely need to rest, get that so your body can, regain its energy and of course strengthen its immune system. Rest is really important. H2O, need to drink lots and lots and lots and lots of water. Stock up on the liquids, vitamin C, everything from your hot teas to your orange juices, or whatever juices have nutrients and things like that. You have to eat food. It was really hard for me because I lost my appetite, but you have to force yourself to eat, because if you're not eating, your body's not going to get the strength to recover. So definitely eat. When it comes to the headaches, I noticed that reducing screen time, so spending a lot of time away from your phone, away from computers, that helped a lot with minimizing the headaches. I did take some pain reliever for my headaches because they were so bad, and it helped me. That's up to you though. I'm not your doctor, so make sure that you do what's most comfortable for you. To help with the coughing symptoms, I drank a lot of cough syrup. I did start to stay away from the nighttime cough syrup though, just because I was struggling to breathe at night. So it was important to not put myself in a position where I may not be able to wake up in the middle of the night if I was drinking, medicine that would keep me knocked out. When it came to the difficulty breathing and shortness of breath, breathing exercises made a huge difference. Those helped me out tremendously. And also a big game changer for me was sleeping on my stomach. That was huge. A couple of my friends who are doctors told me about that. This is called prone positionings, which they use in hospitals, and it's known to help increase the amount of oxygen that gets into lungs. And in those moments, I, stood up and I would just walk around and try and just catch my breath. It took several minutes, and then of course I was afraid to go back to sleep because I didn't know what would happen if I went back to sleep and I couldn't breathe. So it's very important that, if there's ever an emergency situation, don't be afraid to go to the hospital. I also used a humidifier and a diffuser, and those helped me breathe a little bit better. My family actually brought me those two because I hadn't used a humidifier in years. And I would definitely encourage you to try one of those if you are struggling with breathing, and add a little bit of lavender oil or some type of essential oil to also help you sleep better. And then on top of that, I would play soothing music at night to help ease my anxiety of falling asleep. I did mention I had a case of diarrhea, so I drank this Pediatric Electrolyte oral solution. These help replace electrolytes and replenishes zinc. So my dad brought me a few of these and I was able to drink them. My mom had homemade remedies, here where she would put together onions and spices and garlic. She added lots of honey and lemon to it and all kinds of stuff and make it into this special sort of drink, and I would drink that almost every day. And on top of that, she made sure to give me holy water every single day. I love you, Mom. As I'm going into telling you some of the treatments that I did, I want you to understand that this will not prevent you from getting COVID, and that there's no specific treatment for COVID. Once you get it, it's in your body. Your body's going to react differently. We don't know. So these are just some of the things that I did over the course of a month that helped me, but this is just stuff that we do at home in general. So, I just want to share this as little tips to know that, again, this is not make or break. The biggest thing you need to do is follow the doctor's instructions, quarantining, getting rest, and really staying away from people. I know it's different times that we're living in, but our actions in the next year will really determine what happens in the many years to come. So let's just do our best to work together to overcome this virus. This virus does not discriminate. Young, old, regardless of what background you're from, all over the world, anyone can get it. It's real. It's 100% real. I had different people tell me that what I had is not COVID, that it's just a cold, that it's just the flu. I've had a cold before and it's never ever made me feel like I can't breathe. I've never had a situation where I haven't been able to breathe in the middle of the night and it was a cold. This was not a cold. This was not the flu. This was coronavirus. So please just do your best to be safe. And again, I know we're all human. None of us are perfect, but whatever we can do to try and create the safest space for us and our families, just do our best. My thoughts and prayers are with so many people around the world who have lost loved ones, our brothers and sisters who have passed away to COVID-19. This is a very serious virus, so please take it seriously. And I pray that many people will not be in this position, because we don't want people to be in this position. So please do your best to be safe, wear a mask, Please wear a mask, do your best to social distance, and do your best to move with caution in any setting you're in. Wherever you're watching this from, I want to send you my love and my peace and light during these dark times that we're living in. And I want y'all to know that we are going to get through this together. We will get through this together. And in the meantime, stay as strong as you can. Make sure to take care of yourself. Check in on your mental health. Take breaks when you need to. And know that you are loved and you are never alone.